Hello students, today we will discuss a topic from your grammar books, that is direct indirect speech, or we can say narration, reported speech. Fine. So first of all, let me tell you that what is a direct speech. Let us see this conversation. What's wrong, Rita? You look upset. My parents will not let me go to the cinema, Jaya. This is the conversation between two girls, Rita and Jaya. Okay. Jaya is asking Rita that what's wrong? You look upset. Then she replies that my parents will not let me go to the cinema. These words are spoken by these girls as it is, so this is called direct speech. If we want to change the direct speech into indirect, it will become Jaya asked Rita what was wrong as Rita was looking upset. Rita replied that she was upset as her parents would not let her go to the cinema. You can see the changes here. The pronouns are changed and the tenses are changed. Okay. So let me tell you now what is difference between direct and indirect speech. Here you can see two sentences, one in direct speech, another in indirect speech. He said, I am a doctor. Okay, in indirect speech it will be written as he said that he was a doctor. You can see the changes here. There are two ways of narrating or saying anything. First, by using the actual words of the speaker, and secondly by reporting what has been said. When we use the exact word of the speaker without any change anywhere, it is called direct form. It is done by enclosing the speech within inverted commas. As you can see here, inverted commas are used. This speech is enclosed in inverted commas. Fine. When, however, the words of the speaker are reported without using the actual words, it is called the indirect form of narration. This is indirect speech. Now let me tell you the parts of direct speech. Direct narration has two parts. One is reporting verb. This is reporting verb, he said, and another is the reported speech, which is enclosed in inverted commas, like I am a doctor. The speech which is outside the inverted comma is called reported speech and its verb the reporting verb, while the speech within the inverted commas is the reported speech, the speech that includes the actual words of the speaker. If you want to change a sentence from direct to indirect form, you have to take care of few things. If the reporting verb in the present or future tense, the tense of the verb in the reported speech is not changed. Like the teacher says, he is an intelligent boy. First of all, you will see here. Fine, reporting verb. It is says. This is in present tense. So the tense will remain same. Okay. The teacher says that he is an intelligent boy. Is remains same. There is no change in the tense. Same here. Tina will say the servant was wrong. It is written in past form, but here in reporting verb you can see will say. So it will remain same. It should be say here in place of says. Tina will say that the servant was wrong. So there is no change in the tense if the reporting verb is written in present or future tense. There are few more places where we do not change the tense. If the reported speech expresses some universal truth or habitual fact or some characteristics, the tense of the verb is not changed. First, let us see the universal truth. Our teacher said man is mortal. This is a universal fact, truth. So it will remain same, means the tense will remain same. Our teacher said that man is mortal. There will be no change in the tense. Same in the case of habit. He said to me, I walk daily in the morning. This is his habit to walk daily in the morning. So it will also remain same. Said to will be converted into told. He told that he walks daily in the morning. There will be no change in the tense. Okay. Present tense will remain present. Then next we talked about the characteristic. He said gold is one of the most useful metals. He said that gold is one of the most useful metal. This is the characteristic of gold, so it will also remain same. No tense will be changed here in this sentence also. Next, let me tell you about the tense, that which tense is changed into which one. Like present indefinite tense, if it is used in direct speech, it will be changed into past indefinite tense in indirect speech. Same in present continuous, it changes into past continuous in indirect speech. Present perfect into past perfect, then past indefinite into past perfect, past continuous into past perfect continuous, is rm into was were, has have into had, was were into had been, and auxiliary verb like will into would, shall into should, can into could, may into might, and conditional into conditional perfect. Now let us see this table, how these words are changed. In direct speech, now. In indirect, it will be converted into then. Here, there, today, that day, yesterday, the previous day, tomorrow, the next day, last night, the previous night, this, that, these, those, ago, before, tonight, that night, thus, so, next day or week, the following day or week. Now let me tell you the difference between the direct and indirect speech. In direct form, the actual words of the speaker have been enclosed within inverted commas and quotation begins with a capital letter. Here you can see after inverted commas, first letter will be capital. Fine. And in indirect form, the main words are the same, but the construction is a bit different. The main differences are that the inverted commas have been replaced by the word that in affirmative sentence. Here you can see we have removed here comma, inverted comma in indirect speech, and that is added here in place of inverted commas. The comma after the main verb also disappears. The pronouns and the tenses are also changed. Like he is converted into, I is converted into he, and am is converted into was here. Let me give you few more examples. He said, I am examining a patient. He said that he was examining a patient. Present continuous tense here changed into past continuous tense. Now let us see present perfect tense. He said, I have seen 10 patients since morning. Then it will be changed into past perfect tense. He said that he had seen 10 patients since morning. Next is present perfect continuous tense. He said, I have been running this clinic for 7 years. He said that he had been running this clinic for 7 years. Here you can see have been running present perfect continuous tense, and in indirect speech it is changed into had been running past perfect continuous tense. Next is past simple past tense. He said, I bought an X-ray machine recently. It will be changed into past perfect tense. He said that he had bought an X-ray machine recently. Next, past continuous tense. He said, I was practicing in Mumbai. He said that he had been practicing in Mumbai. It will be converted into past perfect continuous tense. Next, past perfect tense. He said, the patients had already arrived when I entered the clinic. He said that the patients had already arrived when he entered the clinic. Means no change. past perfect tense remains same in direct and indirect speech. Next is past perfect continuous tense. He said, I had already been updated about the history of the patient's health. It will also remain same, only pronouns will be changed in indirect speech. Tense will not be changed. It will remain same, like he said that he had already been updated about the history of the patient's health. There will be no change. Next is future tense. He said, I will renovate the clinic soon. It will be changed into, will changes into would, and pronouns will also change accordingly. He said that he would renovate the clinic soon. Next is in going to forms, future tense. He said, I am going to take a loan from the bank. He said that he is going to take a loan from the bank. And past continuous, he said that he was going to take a loan from the bank. Now let us see some examples of time and place. Maria said the library is here. In indirect speech, Maria said that the library was there. Here is converted into there. Sarla said, I want ice cream now. Sarla said that she wanted ice cream then. Varun said, this bird is beautiful. Varun said that bird was beautiful. This is converted into that. Sohan said, I came from Bangalore 4 years ago. Sohan said that he had come from Bangalore 4 years before. Fatima said, we watched a film yesterday. Fatima said that they had watched a film the day before. Yesterday changed into the day before. Now let us see the rules for the conversion of interrogative sentences. First of all, there are two types of interrogative sentences. One type which can be answered in yes or no. Okay, like this. He said to me, will you go? Now, will you go? This question can be answered in either yes or no. Next is, he said to me, have you done your homework? This sentence, this question can also be answered in either yes or no. Next type of question is WH family question, like he said to me, why are you late today? Now this question cannot be answered in yes or no. We will have to give the reason that why are we late. Now how to change these interrogative sentences into indirect speech. First of all, you have to take care the reporting verb said is changed into asked or inquired, as we are asking something, so it will be changed either into asked or inquired. Like he said to me, will you go? He asked me whether or if. If the question can be answered in, do remember this, if it can be answered in yes or no, we have to use here in indirect speech either whether or if. Whether or if I would go. Will, it will be converted into would. Or you can write, he inquired of me if or whether I would go. And same in this sentence, he said to me, why are you late today? Then said to will be converted into asked. Now this question cannot be answered in yes or no. Why are you late today? Okay, we will have to give the reason here. So this word why, it will be used in indirect speech as it is. Okay, this is called WH, like where, why, what, whom. All these words, when these are used in interrogative sentences, these words are used as it is in indirect speech. Like he asked me why. Now why are you late? He is asking me. Fine. So here we will use me, it will become I. Fine. And present will be changed into past, like are into was. Why I was late, and today will become that day. And the most important thing, that when we convert interrogative sentence into indirect speech, in place of question mark we use full stop. In indirect speech, everywhere, either it is interrogative or imperative sentence or exclamatory sentence, we always use full stop in indirect speech. Now let us see how to change imperative sentences into indirect speech. Imperative sentences always begin with a verb, like don't. Don't keep me waiting so long. And imperative sentences include commands, request, advice. In imperative sentences we use to. Fine. Like here, he said to me, please don't keep me waiting so long. Please word is used here. It means that he is requesting. He requested me not to. Now do not becomes not to. Not to keep him waiting so long. Now next you can see, he said to me, go out. Okay, he is ordering me to go out. It is also imperative sentence as it is beginning with verb. He ordered me to go out. Okay, in negative sentences we use not to. Fine. In affirmative sentences we use to go, to plus verb. Now let us see one more example of this. He said, let us go out for a walk. Let us go. He is proposing someone. So he proposed that they should. Us means they. That they should go out for a walk. Now let us see the rules for changing the exclamatory sentences into indirect speech. An exclamatory sentence contains words which express certain strong emotions of anger, joy, surprise, resentment, hatred, etc. Therefore, these feelings are added to the following verbs. Thus, alas, it shows sorrow, sadness. Hurrah, exclaimed with joy, happiness. Oh, exclaimed with regret. Ah, exclaimed with delight. Now let us see the rules for changing. Reporting verb said is changed into exclaimed in the case of an exclamatory sentence and into wished or prayed in the case of optative sentences. Like he said, hurrah, we have won the match. It will be changed like this in indirect speech. He exclaimed with delight or happiness that they had won the match. You can see full stop here in place of exclamatory. He said, alas, it is a grievous loss. He exclaimed with sorrow that that was a grievous loss. One more example we can see here. He said, may God bless you with a son. He prayed that God might, in place of may, might. God might bless him with a son. Next is, he said, what a fine bird it is. He exclaimed that it was a very fine bird. One more example we can see here. Alas, how extravagant I have been, said he. He confessed with regret that he had been very extravagant. Let us take up one more example. The teacher said, why are you late today, Mohan? Have you no watch or clock in your house? It is thus that you want to make up your deficiency. In this passage, all the sentences are interrogative ones, and therefore we will render it in indirect form by adding the reporting asked or inquired of with the main verb. So it will become, the teacher asked Mohan why he was late that day, if he had no watch or clock in his house, and if it was thus that he wanted to make up his deficiency. So that's all about the direct and indirect speech or the reported speech. We have discussed all the statements interrogative sentences, commands and requests, that how to change them into indirect speech. Thank you so much.